Hello, my beautiful Taurus. Welcome to your reading for the next 2 weeks. And today we're going to start with your coffee cup and dive into your tarot and oracle. If you're new here, this is Divine Light, and we're going to jump right into your reading. And by the way, if you go on to enjoy this one, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe so you can multiply your energy. I see there's a person here wearing fur clothing, kind of like a fur coat and maybe a skirt. They're in the beginning of a pathway here, and their hair is tied up on like a bun. So I feel feminine energy right there. This is showing up within the second week. You can see their face is not very clear. This kind of reminds me of like chains also. This gave me someone who is like in the crossroads of trying to make a decision. The fur indicates that they are actually warm and cozy, so they're not really left out in the cold. So the decision is not about something that is going to bring them maybe prosperity, but this is a crossroad situation, and they're outside your comfort zone. So this person might be even negotiating within themselves to come forward, come towards you. Maybe even if this is about feelings, they want to open up, but there's still some time here. Another thing I feel with their energy is they are maybe even locked in their mental place. So kind of feels maybe this can be a friendship, partnership, relationship. This can be a person who wants to invest in what you're creating at this moment, because it seems like there's a chunk of money forming in your space within the second week. So you might even come up with an amazing idea. And this is someone who maybe even with a little small chunk of money at the end of their feet, they want to invest in it. But can be someone who maybe had a negative experience in the past. That's why they have hesitation when they show up. So that's why I feel like they are not really coming forward right away. I see here, kind of reminds me a little bit like a Scorpio energy, lobster it seems like, but also a Scorpio energy. So this can be someone who is a Scorpio, which is a water sign that can get along well with water signs. But the Scorpio has a different nature compared to like a Pisces or a Cancer. So this can be someone, like I said, you maybe had an opposition in the past, but this time around it's going to be a little bit different, okay? I see there is actually pathways forming here, a lot of them. There are phone lines here. You might start to pick up the phone and start calling some people. And I see that there's like many people here forming. You're going to be calling the first bunch in the first week, and then towards the end of the second week, you're calling other people as well. You can see the face clearly here. This is like a male with a pointy nose. We see him in the profile. This is up front. There's someone looks like a pig right here. There's someone looks like a terrier, a little dog right there. I feel like these are the personalities. Some of them are the personalities of the people. The pig can be symbolizing someone wealthy, by the way, someone who has a lot, and maybe because the piggy bank also is an idea, is like a creation that we think it saves. This can be someone also saving some things. And the dog indicates a loyal person. They're coming forward. If you have like an idea to create something, they might be the ones that are going to be loyal and supportive of this idea. The person with the big nose can be symbolizing, I'm thinking now maybe like a Roman idea comes to me. In Roman law, we have the inheritance, we have the lawyers. I think that's I don't think it's the first time we actually encounter with that kind of structure. Maybe Greek also had it, but Romans can be the timeline that we actually established into the society. So that's why it can be someone who is dealing with those kind of legal things, preparing stuff like that, creating order, putting rules down. And this can be someone who is actually building, helping you build something, okay? Building can be a home, by the way. It doesn't have to limit yourself into a business or maybe even like a career. It can be a home. It can be the help of those other people. It's coming Maybe you need some help. Maybe you're retired, you need an extra thing, and this person might know which paper to file, who to talk to. Can be someone like that, okay? And it seems like your phone lines are forming. You are picking up the phone and calling and finding this right people. Nose big on, I understand that from this can be someone nosy, which is not a bad thing in your situation. They might ask as many information as required in order to get you what you want. Another thing here, their nosiness can symbolize that their nose is in everything. They probably know a lot of different things, a lot of different situations and how to resolve them, or maybe help sources that how to get them. Okay, I see there are legal papers showing up here, maybe towards the end of the second week, and there's a pathway opening, and there's one legal, the pathway coming, and then there's another one. So this can even be a representative of a plane ticket or train ticket, or maybe if you want to, you're going to travel somewhere, you don't have a vehicle of your own, this can be a vehicle that you're going to purchase a ticket for it, okay? Because I see there's a home right here. I don't know if you guys are going home, number 8 right there, or maybe to go to see a home. It can be something, maybe if you're looking for a new home, you're going to find a way to travel towards it and to see that house. Or this can be someone, because there's someone right there. Looks like someone wearing like a sleeping hat and pajamas here. Maybe someone from family or part of like a spiritual family, chosen families. You might be even traveling towards this person. You might receive some things from them when you get there. Okay, the number 8 indicates material satisfaction, giving and receiving, karma. What you put out is what you get back. So this can be a person at this moment, maybe they need your help temporarily. It doesn't have to be like a full-time thing. Maybe they need you to be by their side for the weekend, but when you get there, there is like a material gain out of it. This doesn't have to come from that person. It seems like they're giving you something. What the number 8 is in their hand, they're handing something over to you. But this can also be like the energy that you're giving to them is going to come from another resource as a material gain, okay? And that's why it's good to, if this is like an invitation coming or you're planning to go, it's good to not walk into the place with expectation from that person specifically, because something is coming, but I'm not sure if this is from them. It's in their hands, or maybe this is something that, you know, they want to give away, but which is a valuable thing. Okay. Another thing I see here is, okay, within the second week, you're starting with kind of like a nightmarish situation. You see like there's someone with like a nightmare, because I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's a bear right in there too, in the mix, different faces. So, and there is right there, you have like a mountaintop and a flag on the mountaintop. So you have a victory. You're gaining something, or you are earning something. Something is coming to you, or this is an accomplishment you already had, or this is a skill that you have, which is a like the completion flag for some people. And there might be a situation that a lot of demand might come in at the same time, and that can scare you a little bit. If you have a business, maybe you're going to sell a lot. So this can be also cautious, like coming as a warning here. Maybe you have, keep going back to the soap products, because I love those people making soaps, and that's my like go-to thing to watch when I'm going to sleep, like cutting soaps, just mixing the soap and stuff. So maybe you have a soap business, but you don't have the stocks, but you still put it up there by mistake, and the order comes in and you cannot meet the demands, and that can become your self-fulfilling prophecy, the nightmare becoming reality. So if that's the case, if you're in that kind of a situation, this can be a product that you're giving, or an information that you have given people that is not tested yet. This can be about like being aware and being cautious with it before you go outside of your comfort zone. But when you get into the comfort zone, that new zone becomes your comfort zone, then you can actually increase it incrementally until you feel comfortable with the massive growth. Because I see there's like a big something, an abundant resource coming forward. And we have here a creature First look, I reminded me of like a baby chicken, but now I look at it, it's a turtle. It has like a shell on its back. So this can be even forming a new home for yourself, okay? The home can be a place for like a work or like a literal home, or maybe working from home. It can be something, maybe you're making cupcakes at home. Like these are like the things that I usually contemplate about, but you might have your own thing. Maybe you are actually doing healing from home, and or like you are a programmer, maybe you're sitting down and writing programs at home. It can be something like that. Maybe you're a designer, something like roof related here, like under the house or in-house, something in-house, okay? And it seems like it's picking up that product, a service, something that you're putting out there. This can even be beautiful, making your home beautiful. The idea of making it beautiful, it is actually growing, okay? It is going to start attracting other, magnetizing your energy and starting to attract other people into your life, to the rest of the people coming forward here. There's a highway forming. The highway can be going towards in your journey, your opportunities are expanding, okay? Because on the highway, there's a faster lane, there's a slower lane, so it gives you more options. Your options are going to be multiplying. I feel that energy here, okay? I know this is the next 2 weeks, and maybe there are a lot of things I said here. This can be the idea forming in your mental mind before you put it into material world, okay? This next 2 weeks can be the inspirational stage of all these things picking up. Let's dive into your saucer now. If you have a specific question, a desire, an intention, hold it in your mind. There's some good news right there. There's a rose. I don't know if you can see the rose actually turned into a little dog right here forming. Your desire is coming, okay? Like gradually it's coming forward, and then there's a little pause along the way, and then it's going to keep continuing. And the rose in your heart indicates, like most of the times it indicates love. If you're manifesting new love, romance in your life, it seems like it is also growing energy. So there's someone here standing. You might meet somebody, but it seems like it is going to be like a flower. And Taurus, you're an earth sign. You know how to grow, make the earth move, and so nurture and grow things. So it seems like here it is going to require some energy to grow this relationship. This can be partnership, a business partnership, or even a neighbor, next door neighbor moving in that you are aligning perfectly with each other and supporting each other along the way. It doesn't have to be always romance, but rose usually indicates that. So this can be also romanticizing the things in your life, like really enjoying it, like every bite, everything that you do, you start to enjoy everything even more. Then it's going to start attracting here. There's someone really powerful. You see like a big legs, big body, strong personality. So this can be even a partner in business or in love. Someone that is really aligning with you is coming forth here, okay? And this is looking like a masculine figure. This doesn't have to be a male figure, but a masculine figure in the sense of someone who is sufficient by themselves, like independent. Also, they know how to be interdependent as well. Interdependency, two independent people coming together and collaborating in alignment, in the perfect alignment, okay? I'm going to dive into your, okay, I see here a duck now forming instead of here the top of the rose. This looks like a duck here, and the duck has like a seed or maybe a worm in its mouth. A duck indicates some eternal energy. This person's heart is very clear, even though like it has a fire, kind of looks like a crown, can be a king or queen of fires, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Duck indicates someone motherly, loving, supportive, and also like someone protective of you coming into your heart space, okay? When you are like romanticizing your life, like I mentioned, or maybe you are more focusing on the self-care and self-worth, can be also like friendships, partnerships might appear in your energy field that will be really completing that, like reflecting that energy back to you, that self-love back to you. We're going to start with your tarot here. We're going to look into, okay, this is going to be a little bit more detailed reading. And don't forget to comment down below if this one resonates with you. We're going to look into your current situation first, and we're going to look into the past effects of that. Then we're going to dive into what can be done in this present moment. Also, what the future holds. We have the Tower moment at this time. Guys, what's happening? Rapunzel actually falling out of... No, she? Oh, this is her. She cut her off her hair. She's actually falling out of the castle, the tower, because the tower wasn't the structure that was helping her anymore. She has grown out of it, and now she wants to leave. But the thing is, the witch doesn't really allow her to leave, so she had to cut her hair to get rid of the witch's enchantment. The thing is, though, you might be connected to someone or something, a situation at this time, that's actually slowing you down or blocking your progress. This can be a place that you are at this moment, a person that you're connected to. Seems like here, even though it seems like destruction and demolition, it can be even a reconstruction for you to maybe even go your own way this time, okay? Let's see what else we have, because you are the Queen of Coins. Even though you think this tower that you're connected to is the thing that is feeding you, you are your own resources. You are the one actually adding value into the situation. If this is a relationship, partnership, friendship, whatever it is, you are the one adding the value right here, because you showed up in your feminine creative energy. You are the creative force in this situation. Eight of Wands is fast growth and many opportunities coming back to back, positive opportunities, and changing the outcome. So if you're hesitant about, if I leave, I'm not going to get this kind of a good opportunity, you are not really seeing the full picture here, because the Tower moment right there is the destruction. So you're not even in a good position in that place. There's something much better waiting for you, but it requires, first of all, to contemplating about it. Doesn't have to just, you don't have to blow up the tower in the first day. You can contemplate how you can actually find your own way, okay? Let's see the past effects of that. Ten of Coins indicates financial security in the past, family, or a legacy. Maybe you walked into this situation because you wanted to create a legacy, you wanted to have a structure. Maybe this was like a family environment, This doesn't have to be your current family environment, and it promised a lot to you, okay? But it seems like in the current situation, it's not really delivering that promises, okay? But the Wheel of Fortune, which is your own skills right here, you are as the queen right there. The Wheel of Fortune worked for you in the past, like you created amazing things with your energy in the past, but you're maybe bypassing those and not really looking in the past and considering that those were actually amazing blessings. And the Wheel of Fortune has the energy of not only winning the jackpot, but in first buying the lottery ticket. So you're investing in the desires that you have, and it seems like you used your resources in the past and manifested amazing things. So you need to just roll back a little bit to that energy, how you achieved amazing success, and channel that energy back and be in that state of mind. Four of Cups is a little bit disappointment that happened in the past, maybe because you tried certain things. This can be in relationships or career. Maybe you applied to certain companies. Some of them work, some of them didn't work. So you might be focusing on the current not the current opportunities, but the past disappointments, okay? That can slow down the process. Even if it doesn't slow down the process, the thing starts to align and come to you really fast, you're not going to be able to make a decision because you're still in the energy of the disappointment of the past, okay? This is coming as you should know that when something comes in, if you're feeling like, oh, this is going to end up the same energy, this is actually that this was a temporary thing. You don't have to dwell on that disappointment anymore. You can just go ahead and live the current moment. So what can you do in this present Two of Swords is about making a decision right there. Even though she has the waters on her back, moving really fast, maybe there's like some emotional situation going in the background. This is suggesting that make a logical decision. The moon up there can be actually ambiguity. You don't have clarity, but also it can indicate, even if that is the case, moon is still shining, okay, which is your intuition, still giving you like those little lights, I want to say tea light. No, that's not the tea light. The lights in the sea, that is like lighthouse. That's the moon is your lighthouse. Your intuition is your lighthouse. Even though you're in the dark, it's giving you little signs and symbols that, okay, we're here, you're here, we're with you. So at the present moment, making a decision, choosing one or other is the key, and leaning towards what really you're being pulled to logically, emotionally, intuitively is the key here. Okay, make a choice, pick something. And the Hermit energy in the present moment also suggests that you have some internal knowledge. Okay, you have, even though you cannot really pull from those experiences, that inner guidance. As the Hermit, you have some things within you that now it's time to tap into that. Meditation, contemplation, maybe being quiet, going into the quiet. And if you have been getting advice from the same type of people all the time, this is about just maybe detaching yourself from them. Or this can be a Virgo that you have in your life, that they are actually knowledgeable in the situation that you're in currently. They might give you a valuable advice. The present moment, you can go for advice. This doesn't mean that take their advice and apply it 100%, because still you're the one who's going to make the decision. Okay, so it's okay to start going back into your shell and analyzing, contemplating, and asking to the divine for guidance, or maybe the people that has guidance for you, but still you're the one who's going to make the decision here. Five of Cups here. We have the Four of Cups, the past disappointments keep coming up, because maybe you are having the anxiety of choosing one or the other. Because Five of Cups, you see there is 3 cups spilled here. We have 2 cups upright. I heard from another reader once, they said that, you see, what do we have here? We have the sun on the bottom and the shadow side. Even though you don't see it, there's still sun is shining. These 3 cups spilled in the original tarot, we see this green and red juices flowing out of it, which indicates there was a poison. Those were poison. Those were meant for you. Those weren't actually for you to drink. There are 2 cups full up here. This something's meant for you. When you turn your gaze towards it, you're going to see your castle up on the hill right here, which belongs to you. You can go and live in it. Meaning there's a solution for you. There are options for you. There's gains out of it, and focus on what you're gaining out of the situation, not to the losses. At this moment, what you can do is what I gained out of the situation. Okay, focus on that one, because on the other shadow side of it, you're gonna see the sun is shining. Let me see. Yeah, the sun is shining. We have, this is not, is this Ra? Holding the Ankh, fertility, growth, and opportunities are on the other side of those 2 other cups, if you can turn your gaze and take a look at them. Let's the future holds for you. 7 of Coins is planting your seeds very carefully, and also when you're watching it grow, it cannot grow. The future holds that you're actually creating an amazing future for yourself, that today, whatever it is that you're choosing, is going to become a new seed in the future for you. Okay, and we have 3 of Swords here. If you have any heartbreak happening, it's about healing those heartbreaks. So you're going to really face some things that were really hard to face for you, and you're going to start healing them. I also want to see this is Aztec mythology, the story behind them. These are because all folklore and legends. Nanahuatzin we have from Mexico, Aztec mythology. 7 of Coins represents the desire for a good harvest, thought it might require sacrifice. Oh no. Nanahuatzin must determine when it's right to be patient and when it is better to scrap everything to start fresh. This is actually your perseverance going to come to fruition. Your investments are going to be fruitful. And the thing is, though, maybe in the past, exactly what it says, you thought that you need to sacrifice some things and you did sacrifice things. And now you're recognizing that you didn't have to do that. Go forward. When you move forward, when you keep at it, something is going to come to life, and you're going to understand that you don't need the heartbreaks anymore, and the swords are going to fall off. Okay, you're going to be much more joyful, much more feel like satisfied in the situation that's coming your way, and you're going to really taste the victory here. Okay. And another thing, I have Two of Cups, true love coming in. True love, and this can be your heart's desire. If this is a person that you plant the seeds together, if there is a heartbreak, the swords are going to fall off. This is going to be a soulmate connection happening here. Or this can also be your heart's desire, true desire, the partnership that you wanted to form, something that you wanted to create that is going to bring this companionship into your life. Can be even like if you're building a business, this can be that. If you want a good neighbor, it can be that. But the thing is, maybe in the past you had resentments with the people, and that's going to go away in the future, and you're going to be able to experience that new relationship, this sharing the moment with this person. I'm going to dive into your oracle now. We have the angels and ancestors. Let's see what the symbols that they're going to bring to you this time. This is going to be our oracle guidance. Let's see what's happening here. We have a snake shed old skin. So there's definitely transformation happening. And the Tower, also the Three of Swords, the Hermit, they're kind of like laying here. The Tower, we have also Wheel of Fortune, Five of Cups, Three of Swords, the Two of Cups. So I feel like this energy is crossing right there, forming a pathway for you. So it's okay to shed the old skin, let the things that do not serve you anymore to go away, and see your gains here, see when you are successful, and replicate the same energy, and let go of the disappointments and sadness and heartbreak. Then you're going to get to where you're going to go. Okay, you're shedding the old skin. There's definitely transformation happening, and it's going to happen in stages, I feel here. Moon comes forth right here. Take note of intuitive messages. That's the present moment of the Two of Swords energy aligning. So intuitive messages can make sense. They might not make sense. It doesn't have to really clearly lay messages right there. We have a full moon in the Five of Cups as well, but there's some things right there. And if an idea, an image, something popping in your mind, you're having dreams, these intuitive messages doesn't have to come forth directly. They can come in like a symbolic things as well. Take a note of them, because they're going to make sense. Even if they're not making sense at this moment, they're going to make a lot of sense when the time is right. We have a broken arrow here. Embrace the energy of peace. So yeah, there's a fire burning, the sacrifice. Maybe you're thinking, okay, I have to sacrifice something in the future. If I actually choose something at this moment, when I choose the sun, I need to burn something away. This is actually telling you, break that arrow. It's just, you don't have to go into everything and fight or sacrifice or argue. Okay, you can be in peace and you can create in peace. You don't have to have a conflict in everything. It can come in joy and peace and love. It can be supportive of you, and not everything has to conflict. Okay, create a conflict. We're gonna now charge your intentions with a crystal. So if you have a desired intention, you can focus on that one right now. And I'm going to show you the picture of it, so you can take a screenshot of this beautiful crystal right there. We have a labradorite, which is a very powerful, I even have like a real one of this here, extremely powerful intuition stone right there. This is the original one. And this is a picture. I mean, maybe you have a better one than I have. So when you take a picture of it, it is the writer infused the energy into the cards. You can look at it and you can use it. Labradorite is the stone of transformation, magic, and imagination. It actually supports the energies of Leo, Sagittarius, Neptune, and Jupiter. Leo is a leadership energy. Scorpio, I felt the Scorpio energy with you. Scorpio can also be someone coming to support you. And water sign, emotions, and intuition. Sagittarius also fire, action, taking action towards your passion. So you can embody the energies. You don't have to have them on your chart. You can just replicate the energy within you that can get you to your magic moment. This is a stone of transition, labradorite, assists in the times of change and transformation. It expands our connection with the universe, unlocking the third eye and all the wonder that lies beyond the physical realm, as well as your magical powers. Labradorite evokes the magic we all have, reminds us to wield our power by going within and connecting to the core truths of who we are. Chase after your dreams and align yourself with the vibration of anything is possible, an energy labradorite is all too familiar with. Oh, I love that for you guys. Let's keep looking at it. It's beautiful. It is like, it's not really on the camera looking that perfectly, but it has a strong energy. Whenever I wear it, I start getting like insights and stuff, but I don't wear it when I'm sleeping because it just causes me to have like the very, real, lucid, I think, dreams and stuff, sometimes nightmares. So, because it can carry energies of others during the day too, okay? Let's see your heart path, where the heart path is leading you to elevation, gaining advantage, which I love it for you. We have the sun, we have the moon, we have a golf course. Is it? No, this is a baseball course, right? So, and something amazing growing in it. Is this cotton? No, is it? No, this is actually popcorn. Something suddenly I feel here, you're getting elevated, but it's not going to be subtle. It's going to be sudden, unexpected, and maybe even it's like aligning with the tower moment, like the structure here. And but there's a new gateway opening here for you. Okay, sudden elevation, sudden upgrade. Maybe the things that you're thinking that is actually downgrade is actually going to bring sudden right away upgrade into your life. This card is all about achieving your goals and learning what you need to do to gain the advantage. Maybe a rocky slope that you are traversing right now, but you will learn to keep your balance. Do not pay too much attention to negative self-talk. It is not your higher self, but outside forces that would love to keep you from doing what you came here to do. Your life is teeming with many genius ideas and creativity that others will find fascinating. Which ones are you going to focus on? What do you want to manifest? When you acknowledge that you are here to help others on their path, opportunities will present themselves and doors will open. Beautiful. And let's see, there's an affirmation here for you. Oh, okay. Remember that you're not alone and that you have many things about which to be happy. Stay connected to your heart mind at all times and you will persevere no matter what presents itself. By the way, don't forget you are alone. Yesterday I was listening to a speech from Maya Angelou and she says, whenever you're going into a space, an interview, and a place, think about all your ancestors, grandfathers, great-grandfathers, and grandmothers, and all those people. Think of them like walking into that space with you. And then your attitude will be different. Okay? So I believe I listened to that message because it needs to be heard for some of you. So walk into the spaces with that confidence because you can call upon them and they will be there for you. The affirmation for you here is, I keep my eye on the ball and let nothing distract me from hitting it. Oh, I love that. All right, my beautifuls, that's all for today. Hope you enjoy your reading. And if you do, don't forget to give this one a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of these, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I wish you all a magical day. Bye.